What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Almost Brothers podcast. Today's episode is sponsored by Dunklin County Transit.
DCT, anyone can ride. At Dunklin County Transit, our goal is to provide safe, reliable, and accessible transportation options to meet the diverse needs of not only Dunklin County, but our entire Southeast Missouri community.
We are committed to ensuring that all residents, regardless of their circumstances, age, or income, have access to essential services, healthcare facilities, employment opportunities, and recreational activities, and more.
Through our transport services, we aim to enhance mobility, promote well-being, and foster community connectivity. You can go in the show notes below, click the link to DunklinCountyTransitMalden.com, or you can go to the website dctsmalden.com. That's dctsmalden.com. And don't forget, anyone can ride.
Yeah, hit the record button.
He said, right.
We're not on the clock yet. Now we're on the clock.
The record button.
Yeah, man. It really, I was thinking tonight.
That's a switch.
I know, right? Wait. I'm so sick of y'all.
You just...
Stop pointing at me, Tyler.
You just kept going. Like, yeah, I know, right?
Dang, y'all. Come on
good.
now.
That was quick. I like that one. That was good.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Almost Brothers podcast. Thank you for joining us yet again today. With me, as always, we got Richie Rich.
Whoa.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Yeah, man. Ta-ta.
Do it.
Boom.
He's such an idiot.
So good to have y'all listening to us today. Hope this finds you doing well. And if not, hopefully this helps you to be well.
Do it.
Be well.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking about making tough decisions. Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
What a conversation.
It's a tough conversation.
Exactly. He's just so good.
He's on it.
Making tough decisions, man.
Always.
I feel like a lot of people shy away from this, and they let a negative situation turn into a terrible situation by not having those hard conversations and those tough decisions.
And it happens all the time. I mean, it's like you just avoid something because you don't want to face it, and then it just builds and builds and builds and gets worse.
Sweep it under the rug, man.
Yep.
And I feel like especially in marriage, that some of our toughest problems is not getting to the root of the problem.
Yeah.
And just sweeping it and not making a decision, not confronting the problem, but just sweeping it until it becomes something huge. A small thing becomes a huge thing.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a big problem. And now it's inevitable, and you have to make that decision, and it's a lot harder of a decision than it would have been in the first place.
I'll brag on my marriage just for a minute.
Mirage.
That's because you're scared of your wife.
Listen, not the point.
It's a good point. Not what we're talking about.
No, we are not afraid to have those tough conversations. If it's something like something on, a tough decision we have to decide together, or a tough conversation, like there's something going on with us, or, we're fighting or whatever it is. And that started really from the beginning of just us dating and really being proactive about that, to a point where it's not that the tough conversations aren't tough, but we're not afraid. And we've gotten to a point where if something's going on, we don't push it off. We've got it. Like if we're good now, we need to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
Well, I remember an episode that we had talked before about that you and Liv, like first date, you're like, how many kids you want? How many?
Yeah. Well, we were, because we
Was that in the bio of y'all's online dating thing? Like, how many kids you want?
Nah.
So for our listeners, they met each other on a dating.
Hit a brother up. I don't even know. I really don't remember what mine said. But I remember when we had that conversation, it was kind of a, how would I say it, casual, kind of over the phone. Not like all right, we really need to figure this out, but kind of just, just talking about over the phone what we want out of the future. And I remember it was probably, I can't remember if it was after we started. It was probably a couple weeks after we started dating. We started having those conversations about, really what we expect out of the future. Because we're both in our 20s, and we're not really trying to waste any time anymore. Yeah, getting old.
Right. We got to get to the bottom of this, man.
Well, we both understood and saw dating as a precursor to getting engaged and then getting married. And what's the point of dating if you're not going to lead towards that journey of getting married? So we kind of had the conversation of, okay, before we get too deep into this, let's make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
And I think that was a good setup for us, really. Because
that's what I was about to say. It seems like y'all were really mature in that, and not just dating just to date. Like y'all both knew that, like, if we're gonna do this, like, you may be a future partner that I want to have.
Yeah. Well, and I remember that's something I said. I said, talking about this stuff, I want to be sure we're on the same page, because if we're not on the same page about most things and really the non-negotiable things, then it's okay to call it quits now.
Yeah.
No one really gets their feelings hurt.
Right.
But when you're years into a relationship or even married at the point and you can't agree on nothing and you want different goals out of life, it ain't gonna be fun.
Right. Yeah. It makes that hard discussion that much harder.
Yeah. And I think, when you start doing that kind of stuff, having those conversations and being diligent about being proactive in a healthy marriage, and that kind of goes into having to make tough decisions or whatever. It's a lot easier when you're with someone that you're at that point, how to put it, comfortable with having those conversations with. They're going to be tough regardless, but I'd rather have those tough conversations with Liv as opposed to someone else.
Right. Because you're on the same page.
Yeah.
You kind of understand each other a little bit.
Well, I don't, like, me and Jennifer have been together for 18 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. I don't do math. But we've been together a really long time, and, sitting here talking about this stuff, it wasn't that way when we first got together. When you first get together, it's like you can talk about things a lot easier. And then at some point during your marriage, during your relationship, I don't know what happens. Like, there's a shift, and I really think it's my age. Like, I'm just old and tired, but I just don't want to spend time fighting. And it's, but you have to, you have to get those things out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it becomes like, these are life decisions we have to make.
Yeah.
And if we don't make it, it's not going anywhere.
Right.
That's the thing, is it's like, as hard as those tough decisions, those tough conversations are up front, it's only going to get harder.
Right.
It's only going to get worse. It's not going to just go away and fix itself.
Sure.
So you might as well do it at the most convenient, quickest time, so you can get it over with, have this conversation, make a decision, and move on.
Right.
And that's where I think a lot of people get to, where a decision that has now broken, whether it's a marriage, a relationship, a friendship, it's because they didn't address it when it first became a problem.
Right.
They let it go, and it's rooted itself so deep into that relationship that now when you finally have to have that conversation, it's a make it or break it moment.
Right.
Instead of
it becomes a bigger deal,
right,
than it even needed to be.
Yeah.
If you nip it in the bud in the beginning, it's a much smaller issue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then other things build off of that issue.
Yep.
You decide, I don't know, where you want your kids to go to school. Do you want to homeschool? Do you want to send them to public school? You figure that out in the beginning. Now that you know that part, now other stuff builds off of that. So you can decide, okay, what extracurriculars do we think we want to, it's just everything builds off of one decision or another.
And you look at it in parenting kids, when they're younger,
kids.
The things that you allow them to do when they're younger, that's going to grow as they get older. If you let them back talk you when they're 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, how do you think it's going to be when they're 16?
Oh, dude, it drives me crazy to see 8, 9, 10-year-old kids in the store just screaming at their parents.
Yeah.
Or the parents, because it's the same parents, you know, when they were 2 that they cussed them and they was like, oh, that's so cute. He said a cuss word.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
And then now they're older and now they're cussing you out. And it's like,
my hot take on that is the parents that try to get their kids out of trouble, like at school or something like that.
My gosh.
Well, guess what? When they're 18, 19, 20 into adulthood, you're going to be paying for their lawyer.
Right. It's the same. Yeah. It's because they've got that mindset, and you, instead of having that tough conversation with them and making that decision to say, this is not okay, you let it go then, and it grew and grew and grew. And now you've got a 40-year-old that doesn't like authority, that blames everybody else. Why? Because they could do that when they were younger, and their mama and daddy allowed it.
Right.
You know, and it becomes.
That's why I try to explain to this boy right here is
he just
the thing
out. He's like, I don't want no part of this.
Yeah. the things that you have to try to explain, the things you do, even as a kid, you know, you have to follow rules, whatever. It translates into adulthood.
Right.
But the consequences are much bigger.
Yeah.
The responsibilities are much bigger when you're an adult. And I really try to get on his level with that, but also, and you know, I think when it comes to discipline, there needs to be a balance of negative and positive reinforcement. Yeah. You need to teach that kid, like, this ain't gonna fly, that was not a good decision.
Yeah.
Big, bad, dumb. Okay.
Yeah.
Here is why we need to do something different.
Yeah. And it's what you tolerate, you celebrate.
Yeah.
Like what you allow, because they're as especially kids and in relationships, you know, especially dating relationships, like you're testing the waters. You're seeing like, okay, what can I do? What can I not do? How do I talk to him? How do I not talk to him? Like, can I be more stern? Do I need to be more loving? Like, how do I need to do this? And you're testing your lines and your limits. Mm-hmm. So whatever you're allowing someone to do to you, you're saying it's okay for you to do that.
Well, that's what I tell my kids all the time. People will treat you the way you allow them to treat you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you allow, you know, my adult daughters, if you allow a man to hit you and keep going back, you're going to get hit.
Right. I mean, don't be surprised when that continues to happen. And it all and that's what it comes down to is I don't want to make a hard decision. I don't want to have a tough conversation, so I'm just going to allow the thing to happen because I don't want. People are almost more afraid of having a talk about the thing than the thing itself.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They'll allow the thing, you know, the spousal abuse. They'll allow the bad attitude. They'll allow these things, and because they're scared to talk about. They're scared to say this is not okay.
Right.
But they don't like the outcome of not saying that, and it's like, well, yeah, it's going to continue to happen if you don't do something about it.
I very much have a rip the Band-Aid approach with that kind of stuff.
Well, tough love.
Like, obviously, you need to wait for the right time to have a tough conversation. But when that right time comes, just get it over with.
Yeah, just
think about, you know, what you want to say, what needs to be discussed. You know, kind of keep that in your head, and when the right time, just do it. Yeah, just do it, because the more you dwell on it, the bigger it becomes in your head. Yeah. And that's going to cause you to push it off even more. Right. Even more, make you more anxious about it. And then whatever that thing is could also be affecting that other person too. So now they're like, why are we not having this conversation? That's building in them. Yep. And it turns into just this big thing, this huge argument that could have been just a 10-minute conversation.
And most of the time, it's not as bad as you think.
It's not. Right. It's not.
It's like you get into it and you're like, you're trying to pump yourself up, and you're like, okay, I'm going to try to say this, but I'm going to try to say it this way, and like you're kind of preparing yourself, and then you get into it and you get done. And it's like that wasn't as bad as I thought.
That was it.
I hyped myself up so much for this conversation.
Very anticlimactic.
And it was very kind of just pretty straightforward, and things got resolved, and you could still disagree and walk away feeling better than you did.
Well, you, especially in marriage, you do that. You're like just waiting for the right time to talk to somebody about something that's bothering you. And I guess it'd be that way with a friend or a spouse or whatever, but you think about what you're going to say and all this, and it's a lot of times they already know that it's a problem, so the conversation is more along the lines of, I know I gotta work on that, I know, rather than the confrontation that you're expecting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it is. Sometimes it's, it's just going to start, just all hell's about to break loose as soon as I start this conversation. Mm-hmm. But you still have to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not going anywhere. You're just going to feel worse and worse. You're going to lose sleep over it. You're going to be stressed out. Like, just get it over with. Yeah. Have the conversation. And it's tough, man. It's especially with people that you love. Mm-hmm. Like, man, I don't want to talk about this because I don't want it. And it's not. If you love them and they love you, it's not going to ruin anything. They may be mad at you, you may disagree, but it's not going to ruin, if you love each other, you have to respect somebody that says, hey, this bothered me.
Right.
Even if it's a misunderstanding, like, okay, cool, well, let's talk about it.
Well, you would hope so.
Right.
Yeah. And if not, then
they never loved you.
You should question the love.
Right,
yeah.
right. It's like, if I can't have a relationship with you and tell you when something bothers me,
right,
then is that a relationship?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, man, come on now.
Even outside of that, having making tough decisions and having those tough conversations with kids, I'd imagine is, because I haven't had too many tough conversations with kids. I'd imagine
it's coming,
it's
baby.
so
it's
much.
Coming.
Oh, I know. It's so much harder because whatever the tough decision was, as a responsible parent or guardian, whatever the decision was, I would hope you made it weighing all the pros and cons, trying to figure out what is best for that child, regardless of how tough and difficult of a decision it was. Mm-hmm. When you bring that up to that kid, they're not going to understand.
We'll be right back.
What is up, everyone? Are you looking for your new favorite clothing store? Blacktop Boutique is your go-to spot for trendy, affordable fashion with a little bit of an edge. We're all about a little edge here, and a whole lot of personality. Inspired by the owner's dad and his love for classic cars. Y'all know I know some classic cars. Come on now. Blacktop Boutique is where fashion meets horsepower. So if you're a gearhead, you'll feel right at home. For statement sets, checkered flag print, and comfortable athletic dresses with built-in shorts and pockets. That's right. You heard me right. Pockets. And everyday staples. Blacktop Boutique has something for everyone. Okay, you could check them out on socials at Shop Blacktop Boutique. Okay, so check it out on your Facebooks, your Instagrams. Go and check that out. Or you could stop by the shop, 221 North Walnut Street in downtown Dexter, Missouri, and online anytime at blacktopboutique.com. Use the code BROTHERS15 for 15% off your first order, okay? Y'all make sure you let them know that the Almost Brothers sent you, okay? Happiness, horsepower, and all of the hottest trends. That is what they're about. Go and check it out. Right.
Well, it really does change the dynamic when kids are involved.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just together before kids, worst case scenario, you've ruined 2 lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now you have kids, you've ruined an entire family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
and that was the thing when we were doing all this moving over the past year and a half, trying to get the kids to understand, like, we want your input, but you're not making this decision.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we are going to make this decision for what's best for our family, even if it is not what's best for our family. That is up to us to make, because it drives me crazy when parents are like, well, I'm going to talk to my kids and get their input and help. They're going to help make this decision. And it's like, they're kids.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, of course you want the best for them. You want them to be okay with what you're doing. You want to explain it. But it's like, we had to get to that point to where we're like, look, this is what we're doing because we think this is what's best.
Yeah.
I mean, they want unicorns for their birthday.
Oh, right.
They
Right.
don't care.
It's like,
Well,
it's just what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, just pull the Band-Aid. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is
Well, it's kind of like, the dynamic that me and Liv have, because she's very much a, traditional biblical type, my husband's the head of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And she even puts it that way herself. We make how would she say it? We kind of come to a kind of a final decision together, but it's ultimately up to me to say yes or no.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's y'all make the decisions together, but she allows you to lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the best way to do it. It's not just the man going, okay, here's what we're going to do. It's a conversation.
Right.
But it's also a trust that your wife believes in you to make the right decision for the family, you know?
Right.
But yeah, it's always that's how it is. And ours is, you know, hey, let's make this together, but here's what I think we need to do.
Yeah.
Like, and here's why, you know, not just saying this is what I think we need to do. Let's do it. But just like, here's the why. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So have those tough conversations.
Yeah. Ultimately, I've had a lot more life experiences than Liv. You know, I lived on my own for like 6 years.
Did she go? Was she living with her parents when y'all got together?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
So she lived on her own, I think a total of like maybe 6 months.
Before y'all got married.
Yeah.
And
she was a freshman in high school when they got together.
Yeah, funny. No.
Oh gosh, listen.
I
just got out of the military and she
before someone calls the cops,
up junior high.
Before someone calls the cops, she was 20. She was.
I had to go pick her up from homecoming.
No, she is before we even met, but I was a senior in college when she was a senior in high school, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. Well,
but again,
4 years as an adult isn't.
Yeah. Well, it's when you put it in that sense, because like, you know, the age ranges stay the same.
Yeah.
But the feeling is different.
Oh, absolutely.
Like a 16-year-old dating a 12-year-old. That's weird.
Right. A 20-year-old dating a 16-year-old. That's weird.
That's crossing the boundary. A 24-year-old dating a 20-year-old.
Right. It's as normal as can be.
Yeah. Well, when I was 20 or 21, I had an 18-year-old girlfriend. I had to pick her up from school.
Ooh.
She was a senior.
18, but
well, yeah, she was a senior in high school. But
well, I've dated Jamie for
ever,
so there's that. We were same grade. But yeah, well, moving on, we're gonna go into the segment we call "That's What's Up."
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Exactly.
Can I play
so
just keep
what's something that y'all been listening to, watching? Maybe a movie, maybe a TV show, maybe a new song, album, maybe a new video game.
We went to the movies.
Oh my gosh!
This weekend,
dude.
me and Mike, and we saw the worst movie ever put into a theater.
It was bad.
Which one was it?
28 years later.
It was really that bad.
It was bad.
You were psyched to see it.
I was too.
Terrible.
It was the worst. Like, I want my money back that bad.
It was so bad, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was so bad I didn't even want to talk about it on That's What's Up. It was that bad. It was
Let's just end the episode.
It was that bad.
I had to warn people.
Dude, it was terrible, man.
But let's see what else we got going on. I haven't played Xbox in forever.
If both of you had to rate it out of 10, where would you put it?
-3.
He's a little more extreme.
So don't use negatives because I don't know how to use those with averages.
Out of 10, it would be in the low 4s.
Low 4s.
First,
see,
half of the movie.
After what you were saying, that sounds generous.
Yeah. The first half of the movie was really pretty good. Like, there was some good stuff going on.
A good lead up, a good build.
And then it completely fell apart after that.
I thought the whole story from beginning to end was colluded and ridiculous and confusing.
What's colluded means?
It just was confused.
Oh, okay.
It was just
convoluted.
Whatever. It was stupid. It was a stupid.
I thought colluding
movie.
was like
getting together and
let's get together and agree that's a bad movie.
Let's collude together and agree that it was colluding.
Yeah, no, I like the first half.
Yeah, good for you. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know how I average -3 and 4, so let's just say 2.
Well, and also
fine, I'll give it a 1, whatever.
Richard's taste in movies can also sway quite a bit.
Whatever, I like what I like.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fair.
And yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Not saying you're wrong. It's just
Night Agent season 3.
What is that? What you showed me, like the picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Comes out. What is today?
Today's the 20th.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go.
Comes out
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay.
That was a really cool show.
And you're caught up except for the new season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Cool.
Yep.
I guess I haven't even heard of that one.
It's really good. You would like it. It's I don't know, kind of a, I don't know, like a Jack Ryan kind of thing,
That's
guess.
what I thought when you showed me the picture. That's exactly what I thought it was. So, okay. Okay, cool.
So, yeah, you might want to check it out.
Yeah. What's it on?
It is on Netflix.
Okay. I do have Netflix.
Yep.
Nice.
The Flicks of Nets.
Ty, what you got?
There's a band that I got introduced to last year, I think, that just put out a new album. They're called Avery Parkway.
I've heard of them.
Kind of a Christian, kind of punk, kind of rock, kind of, I guess, kind of new punkish kind of.
Yeah, almost like a Reliant K. Something like that. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. The first song on there is a medley of, I don't know what if the first part of the song's from a song or they just wrote it themselves, but the other two parts are bridges from two other songs. One's from the bridge from What a Beautiful Name, and then Nobody from Elevation. It's really cool intro.
Yeah,
it's a decent album. There's some songs I like more than the others, but it's a decent album.
Very cool.
Have you heard the Dust on the Bible song?
Yeah, Dusty Bibles.
Yeah, it's so good.
Who's that? Who?
Josiah Queen.
Yeah,
it's pretty.
I've heard that one. Which I'm not a music outside of the vinyls that I have at the house. Like if I'm in the car, I'm listening to podcasts. I'm not
right.
So I'm very behind on like new worship music. I'm very behind on.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think if there's any new worship songs that have come out. Not really. I don't think. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Got that figured out.
Yep.
Mike listened to the first 30 minutes of the first Helldivers movie.
I did. Yep. I did. I was very interested. Very interested.
Yeah.
Ew. Books.
Yep.
Audiobooks.
Still
so
gross.
Did that. About 30 minutes of audiobook. The new Donkey Kong just came out, which I'm going to try to go pick up tomorrow afternoon. I've got it pre-ordered, so it got a 10 out of 10.
Drift King.
So,
TK.
so I'm going to try to play that maybe this weekend. I've been playing Persona 5.
Yeah.
Played that. And the little breaks that we had this weekend, I played a little bit of that.
Yeah, no, I was trying to go to sleep, and all I could hear is this teeny speaker over here in the other bed.
What are you playing? Persona 5, man. Yeah, there's a new wrestling game out I want to play.
New wrestling game?
Yeah, a couple of new movies. There was some good previews. A couple of new movies I'm wanting to watch. I'm going to try. Tomorrow's my day off. I'm going to try to rest. Hey, preached about rest tonight. Going to try to rest and watch. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah. I think it's gonna be.
Should have watched.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be what I watched this week. I heard Superman's terrible. I seen kind of a breakdown of it.
See, I've heard from one person it's different, but pretty good.
Well, and the biggest criticisms that I've heard about it is that it's more of a build up to the universe than a Superman movie, and it's like, then make it not a Superman movie.
So like what, like building up to Justice League type thing?
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
And it's like, okay, then just make it that.
Like, they already did that.
Don't say, well, this is a whole new universe. They're restarting
They're
everything.
Restarting the DC multiverse.
Yeah. So the old Flash, the old Batman, this is all a reset. So you'll get a different Superwoman. Your Supergirl's supposed to have her own movie. So they're setting up for that, but it's like, if you're going to do that, then I don't want to go into a Superman movie and not get Superman. Like, and get little bits and pieces of Superman, and then here's everybody else. And that's what they say, like, he gets beat up the whole time, and it's like not a Superman movie. It's here is all these characters. Oh, and they're Superman.
Yeah.
Did you see who was the fan choice for playing Batman?
No.
Alan Rickson.
Oh, yeah. I did.
Yes, I did see that. Yeah, I seen something about that. Yeah. No, it needs to just be.
He's pretty buff for Batman.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, I loved Ben Affleck as Batman, but he was just too bulky. He was too bulky for like what I liked in Batman and like the comic book Batman. I really I love George Clooney as Bruce Wayne, but my favorite Batman altogether is
Christian Bale.
Robert Pattinson.
Oh,
my favorite. I like Christian Bale's Batman. I couldn't stand his Bruce Wayne, so I liked George Clooney's Bruce Wayne, and I liked Christian Bale's Batman. But as both, which he hasn't got to do much Bruce Wayne. He was more Batman than Bruce Wayne in the new Batman movie. Robert Pattinson.
They can do
so hopefully his Bruce Wayne is pretty decent.
Right. They can do a DC multiverse movie where Bruce Wayne actually is not Batman.
Right? Yeah.
He can actually say, "No, I'm not Batman."
Well, and there's comics where he gives it up and Robin takes over as Batman. You know, as kind of the main protagonist in that, but. And I'm anxious to see it. I want to see where it goes. I want to see who they cast as Batman. See how the Superwoman movie goes, and the Green Lanterns and stuff like that. So we'll see.
I feel like ever since the whole Avengers Legacy thing, that DC's just been trying to mimic Marvel.
And they have better characters than Marvel does. Marvel done a good job with their character, like Iron Man. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe is the man. Like he is the center point. He is the main character that started all that. In the comics, he's not. He's like a 10th tier hero in the comics. He's not even one of the bigger guys. So they did a good job at building around all these characters. DC is just like, we have to rush it out as quick as humanly possible. Right. So it's like, oh, here's a movie with everybody in it. Here you go. Love them all. Instead of building.
Yeah. Well, that was the difference because the whole Avengers thing, that was a span of
like 18 years.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, here's your own movie. Here's your own movie. And then, the end, they would cross over a little bit, but they'd have their own thing. No, not DC. They had to go, okay, you remember Superman? Okay. Now here's our new Batman, and they're going to be instantly together in this movie. And then here's everybody else. They're instantly going to join. So like you had one Aquaman movie, and then the next year you had him and it's like, oh, here's the Justice League. Aquaman only had one film. Here's a new Batman. Here's Wonder Woman that only had one film. Here's Cyborg that hasn't had his own film yet. Right. So they rush it all together, and it's like, oh, cool, I guess. But then it's like, I don't really care about these characters the way I should.
And Cyborg was a really cool character. Yeah, that just got thrown in.
Well, they gave you 15 minutes of a little bit of a backstory for him, and then you're
he was a very cool character.
My least favorite new DC movie, which I haven't watched a whole lot, was Batman vs Superman or Superman. Because from what I remember, because it's been a few years since I watched it, what I remember is it was actually Superman and Wonder Woman versus, was it Lex Luthor? Movie. And then Batman's just getting beat up every once in a while.
Yeah.
That's legit how it seemed. It was, oh, here's Batman, punch him in the face, and he'll go away for a few minutes.
Yeah. Well, just Batman versus Superman is ridiculous. Like, Batman, as cool as he is, would not be a match for Superman.
Actually, I could not disagree more.
Oh my God! Seriously,
I could not disagree more. And the reason I can't disagree more is because in the comics and in cartoons and in the literature, he actually holds his own because Batman uses his brain around Superman.
Superman would beat out his brain.
Absolutely not. He would not. It's like he's worked his way around. I'm gonna have to educate you on some of these comics.
I'd rather you
the way I see it.
He goes around
the way I see it. So think of like, because I've seen there's a gym influencer named Bradley Martin, huge guy, like 280, just completely just jacked, and then he has his podcast. He was doing it with Nate Diaz, who's world-renowned MMA fighter. If Nate Diaz was a regular guy, like Bradley Martin would absolutely completely smash him.
Yeah.
Now, not saying that with Nate Diaz being a world-renowned mixed martial artist that he would just completely pummel Bradley Martin, but at some point, strength does, which strength is what Superman has over Batman, in my opinion. Like,
oh, he does. That's not
get a hold of him. I feel like he's done in that situation. Not completely.
Well,
I'm saying if Superman got a hold of Batman and there really was no way out. He's done.
Well, but it's harder said than done. Getting a hold of him. That's
fair. But once that time comes,
if that time comes, because that's the thing. You've got you've got some people. They say speed kills. There's a reason why. That's like saying, oh, this middle linebacker, they're a lot bigger. So man, if they get a hold of that running back, it's going to be over. It's like, well, yeah, but they have to catch them first. Like you literally have to catch them first.
I'm sorry I upset the Batman fan club over here.
Don't hate on Batman, man. And I'm not even like a Superman hater. I think he's awesome. I just
don't tell your dad that I said anything.
No, I'm going to tell him. I just think I don't know. Batman holds his own because Batman, he's the world's greatest detective. Like that's literally what DC means. Detective comics.
Sherlock Holmes is.
No. So it's like he uses his brain
gadget
to beat.
That's Inspector Gadget.
He said Detective Gadget.
Hey,
what? Detective Gadget.
You're right. Inspector Gadget.
Detective Gadget.
Inspector Gadget's kind of like a detective, right?
Detector.
Whoops.
That's
Anyways,
funny. I used to watch that cartoon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did.
I think Henry Cavill's the best
Superman. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. He is Superman.
This new guy looks like him a lot. He seems to do a good job, but we'll just have to see.
I was going to say he's kind of like a Wish Henry Cavill.
Yeah, we'll give it a little bit of time, which I just love. Henry Cavill's the man, just all around. Everything he does is great. He seems like a great guy, nicest guy in the world. He's just all around, just seems fantastic.
Yeah. I've seen some. I don't know. I'm hoping they're not just AI generated. Anyway. Henry Cavill and Highlander. I've heard they're looking at doing that movie again.
He was the Witcher, so I don't know if
I don't know. It would be really good.
Something I'm not looking for. Fantastic Four.
Oh gosh,
I'm not looking forward to that.
It looks very cartoony.
I was gonna say it reminds me of the Jetsons.
Yeah, that's what they were going with. Is a 80s, I think, an 80s time, but they're more advanced than we are now. So like the Jetsons, that's kind of what it is. But I think it was the 80s, maybe like the 50s. I don't know what year it is, but it just everything because I try to read into like what is the breakdown of this movie, and it just sounds terrible. I'm like, oh no,
it just doesn't look good. I heard Chris Evans is coming back as Captain America in the Avengers Doomsday.
Probably they're having to backpedal. That's why they're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. I'm
still really curious how that's going to play out with him as Iron Man. Yeah. Because I looked into it because it's like a whole multiverse thing and how Victor Von Doom and Tony Stark were like college roommates and something with I don't exactly remember.
Yeah, so that's the theory is that they're going to go kind of that route is that they were roommates and then or what is it? I'm trying to think.
They were roommates and then gosh, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember too. Because there was a comic spread where they in a multiverse they were roommates, and then he became, I think
it was like he did. Victor Von Doom did something, and then Tony took credit for it or something like that. I can't remember.
But also, you've got the scrolls that, and I'm sorry for our listeners if you don't follow all this, but we're kind of geeking out here. The Skrulls who were shapeshifters, and the theory is that they were shapeshifting and they made it look like Tony Stark, and I don't know. It's going to be crazy.
We'll see.
Yep. But yeah.
Yeah. Maybe pretty cool to see.
What else y'all got on your hearts?
Nothing.
Oh, I sure love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all and love y'all so much.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm so glad we get to do this together.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Y'all are awesome, man.
Thank you. I agree.
Yeah.
Hey, listeners, we just want to thank you for your continued support for the Almost Brothers podcast. Do us a favor and go to your favorite platform and rate us and like us and share with everyone that you know. Thank you so much. Love you.
Hello, all. Thank you for joining us again on the Almost Brothers podcast. Hey, will you do us a favor? If this podcast has meant something to you and encouraged you, will you consider becoming a monthly supporter? You could do $3, $5, $8, or $10 a month. What this does is this helps financially support the podcast so that we can continue to put out content and help better serve you. So if you would, down in the show notes, you can click the link, support, and become a monthly member. We love you. New episode coming your way.